Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video for The Division. Now if you missed last week's video, then I spoke about survival and the first 72 hours of the game. There's some interesting things in there, so be sure to check it out if you haven't already seen it. But in this video, I want to talk to you about something I haven't covered before, so I thought it was about time I spoke about the smartwatch. The smartwatch is an important item in The Division. To be honest, you'll probably end up using it just as much as your guns, simply because it's also your menu. You may remember in a Division video I made a while back, I spoke about how the aim in The Division is to keep the player immersed at all times. And in order to do that, they've employed a variety of techniques, ranging from floating HUD and UI elements to ensure you never need to look to the sides of your screen to check things like health and ammo, to creating a completely open world devoid of loading screens to ensure that you can remain immersed at all times. There's a lot more to it than that, but just know that all the design choices are done in such a way so as to keep you immersed, and that is where the smartwatch comes in. As we all know, as gamers, it's pretty hard to completely remove the need for a menu, so if you can't avoid it, then integrate it. The smartwatch is your menu, but it also constantly gathers information from your surroundings, and presents this to your agent, which in turn allows you to plan your next move. Now in the 2014 gameplay, we didn't actually get a look at the smartwatch, so for this, we're going to need to jump back to 2013. Right at the start, the agent brings up his watch as he goes to open the map, and as a result of that, we already know that one of the paths to opening your map is through your smartwatch. I'd imagine there's also a shortcut, simply because in the 2014 gameplay, it goes straight from looking over the agent's shoulder to zooming out to a top-down map view of sorts. Aside from that, if I freeze the frame for a second and we look at the watch at the start of the 2013 gameplay, we can see the options are numbered, and they rotate, meaning that while you can lightly go back and forward between options, you can also go full circle. So the inventory, at 00, is obviously option number 1, and if you see below that, at 06, is options. So from that we can deduce that there are 7 options in total, 0 through 6. 00 is inventory, 01 is skills, 02 is world map, 03 is social, and 04 is crafting. 05 we can't see, and as we know, 06 is inventory. So, let's talk about those for a second. From this watch, you can access your inventory, which I would imagine links directly to your agent's backpack, which is not only used to carry supplies, but also weapons, upgrades, and supposedly contaminated items too. The skills option, well, we know from a previous video that there is a skill system and skill trees in The Division, which link into the various abilities you have available to you. So I'd imagine you go here to spend your skill points, swap out skills, maybe even respec if that's a thing. World map is obviously a given, go here to check your surroundings and get an idea of what objectives are in the vicinity. Social is likely going to be where you go to invite your friends into your world, or you join your friends' world, or potentially even send messages. As for crafting, well, that again ties into the video I did on crafting a while back. We don't know yet how crafting will work, or if it is even still in the game. Remember, this footage is 2 years old now, so things could, and most likely have, drastically changed. But if you can combine weapon parts or something like that on the fly to improve your guns going into a firefight, then maybe that's where you'll go. As for options, well, I don't need to tell you what that's for, so that just leaves option 5. It could be a whole number of things, but if I had to guess, I'd say potentially something tied into game progression. Maybe an achievement tracker or a mission overview, something like that, but your guess is as good as mine. And that is pretty much it. Beyond that, there's not much to talk about, but I do think it's a really nice integration. I mean, as I said, it's pretty much impossible to avoid a menu of some sorts. So, presenting it like this at least keeps you in the game, as opposed to dimming the screen and overlaying a big slate with a load of text on it. Either way, that's all I've got for this week, so thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.